So J.J. McCarthy might not be the guy. I think we can all agree on that. So, who do we add to this Minnesota Vikings offense? Because right now, it's a mess, okay? They are definitely missing Sam Darnold. So, best team available, Fran Tarkenton. Please step forward. J.J. McCarthy, you have been benched because the Georgia product, 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, from Georgia, one of the greatest Minnesota Vikings of all time, is going to fix this crap. Hopefully. As always, I have to force advance all the way up to the current week, which is week 12 now. So I had to force advance all the way up. The rest of these say none because the rest of these are not forced advance. As always, I got to do that for transparency issues. So they got to play the Green Bay Mud-loving Packers. Let's see. Now, all stats for Fran Tarkenton will start at week 12 and go to week 17. So, for example, any stat he puts up will only start counting at week 12. It won't count before that. So, he wasn't the starter before that. So, that's kind of the whole mindset behind that. All right, so 5-8. They lost one. They won one, lost two. First sim's always the most difficult one. We're going to do multiple sims in this video. It's not just one. But the first sim is always the most difficult sim to go through. Second sim is always better than the first sim, okay? 7 and 10. Not sexy. Fran Tartenton, 1,600 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Actually looked pretty good. Did a pretty decent job. 113 yards on the ground. Definitely probably gave the ball a lot to Justin Jefferson. You know, I think that's the first thing he would do if he took over for this team is just get that ball to Jay Jettis and try his darndest to make sure that Jay Jettis has as many receptions as humanly possible. It's what Joe Flacco did with the Bengals when he took over for the Bengals. He made sure that, you know, our number one receiver got plenty of targets. All right, so second sim, better than the first. Just saying, it's always better. Again, we're going to do multiple sims in this video. Let's go, Fran Tarkenton. Let's get some good things happening. Packers, week 1. Or first game, not week 1. This time they beat the Packers, okay? Now they play the Seattle Seahawks. So this goes. 45-17. Bro, you even show up for that game? Oh, okay, they beat the Commanders. That's a good thing. That's actually a positive. Then they beat the Cowboys. Hey, let's go. Okay. So this one's actually going a little bit better. They lose to the Giants? Really? Season on the line and the Giants are the team that takes you out? Got killed by the Lions. They play the Packers in the final week. They beat the Packers. So this time they go 8-9. Okay, so that's better than before. Still thought we want 2 more interceptions, but 1 more touchdown for Fran. 1,100 on the ground there. Okay, Jay Jess and Jordan Addison just pretty much equal when it comes to stats-wise. Not surprising. Both of them really great receivers. Still the 15th ranked offense. We want to see that get a little bit better, hopefully, with the offensive grades. All right, let's go again. Come on. Only one chance to be great and watch this team win a Super Bowl. All right, let's do this. Let's make sure we yeet J.J. McCarthy out of existence because don't need him out there right now, buddy. Definitely not the answer right now. Now, I don't think that he's a bust, and I think it's way too early to say J.J. McCarthy's a bust. Obviously, you know, you want to see a lot better production than what you're seeing, but I think, you know, give it a couple years, and I think he'll be a lot better. Now, I think in a couple years he'll be on the 49ers, and then he will be a lot better, but, you know, like for the Vikings, maybe that's over, but for other teams, maybe not. And so far, This team is actually doing it. Hold up. They went 10-7. Fran just absolutely changed the game. 10 touchdowns, no interceptions, 1,400 yards. Holy moly. And no 1,000-yard receiver is kind of nasty. But that's, that's a lot better. 13th ranked offense. We just needed to go up 2 percentage points. And instantly, second ranked defense probably does help out a lot. Playoff picture is as followed. Vikings are coming in here at number 5 seed. So, nice. Play the Eagles in the first round, and we lose. Yeah. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, sacked 4 times. Did have 19 yards on the ground, though. That's something, you know. I don't know if a quarterback's going to be the automatic fix for this team. But, hey, they're trying, okay? They're trying. And sometimes that's like half the battle. Really is. Trust me, I'm a Bengals fan. We don't apparently know how to try. All right, come on. Got this. Sim to the playoffs. I got confidence. We could at least go 9-8. And in the NFC, a 9-8 could technically be a playoff team. Very technicality, though. 10-7 again. And we played Eagles again. Man, fun times. 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So a lot more like a Brett Favre type for Fran here. Really opened that floodgates up with his throws. A little bit more interceptions, but really got more on the touchdowns. 12th ranked offense. So a little bit better offensively. Defensively, 10th. Okay, so not as great defensively. Playoff picture as followed. We are number 7 seed this time, so we barely got into playoffs. We barely squeaked in. We beat the Eagles. Okay. We beat the Squeagles. Jalen Hurts, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, listen, that 181, 2 tutties, that sometimes just gets the job done, you know? You don't need to do crazy things here, man. Just get the job done. 13-4 Rams. They lost. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get to a Super Bowl. 321 yards and 3 tutties, and you still lost the game. That's not the easiest to get to a Super Bowl with. Even having Fran here, who's an absolute Hall of Famer, it's going to be difficult to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, let alone even if you do have a great quarterback. It's not just a quarterback game, it's a team game. But let's just see. Hey, we're going to do one more sim. This is our last sim, okay? Last sim for today. I'm hoping to get some good energy going, you know, some good mojo. All right, we're going to do one more sim because that one was horse crap. And we didn't make the playoffs. All right, one more sim. This is the last sim. I promise. Unless we don't make the playoffs, then that's kind of stupid. No, I mean, even if we don't make the playoffs, we're going to call it here. I'm not trying to make this video like an hour long. And knowing me, I would go for an hour on this. All right, come on. Let's make the playoffs. Let's make the playoffs. Let's make the playoffs. Let's make the playoffs. Playoffs? 7-10. Listen, I want to go out with the playoffs, okay? I don't want to go out 7-10. I know, theoretically speaking, you know, beggar can't be a chooser here, but just give me a playoffs, okay? That's all I ask for. At this point, I'm assuming that Fran's stats are going to be very similar every single time, so that's why I'm not even looking at his stats. Unless we make playoffs, then I'll look at his stats. If you want me to look at your stats, you got to make the playoffs. You kidding me, bro? Whoa, you got to be kidding me. All right. Again. Feel like a Rocky movie, man. Again. All right, come on. This is going to be the last time. I'm serious. This is the last time, okay? You know how serious I am? I'm simming to the Super Bowl. And that's how serious I am that this is my last time doing this in for this video. I really wanted to see the Vikings win a Super Bowl. We went 9-8. And we missed the playoffs. Well, Fran, you tried. 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, no interceptions. What's his completion percentage? 64. Okay. That's not bad at all. Tell me down below your thoughts, guys. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.